We are at HO Penn for the technology and new product showcase from Caterpillar. I'm joined by Marty Callahan, sales manager at HO Penn. Marty?
Hi, Jack.
Hi, it's great to be out here. Beautiful sunny day. Look
Pleasure
at
to be with
all
you.
of this beautiful Caterpillar equipment out there. Now, I'm seeing something on this equipment. Now, I've been around construction a little while now. I'm seeing laser technology and GPS technology. Let's start with the GPS technology.
GPS technology utilizes satellites in space to triangulate your known point to give you the most accurate data to the blade of your machine.
Now, in the laser technology, you're going to get even closer with laser.
Laser technology utilizes a tripod with a laser on top, which will allow a machine to read a known point and give you a takeoff to be most accurate. GPS technology is accurate to about a golf ball size, whereas laser technology is much, much less than that, much more accurate to about 1 millimeter.
And all that software can be monitored on the job site from the project manager, whomever, and back at the home office too, correct?
This is all digital data that is recorded and utilized in a software package that will allow you to have layers of information for future planning, for billing purposes, and for accuracy purposes that you can utilize in the office or in the job.
Now, Caterpillar being on the forefront of this kind of technology, is it found across all their equipment?
Caterpillar AccuGrade ready machines go throughout their product line, and there are machines that you can buy from Caterpillar that utilize their own self-contained guidance, which is called Caterpillar Grade Control, which will allow you to have a known point within the machine to give you grade and slope completely autonomous to itself.
Wow. Now, the word autonomous, I'm glad you actually brought that up because the machine does not run autonomously. You still need an operator in the machine.
That's correct. The professional operators that operate our machinery are still hugely key to the success of our customers and to us. This is a resource of information to allow them to have the most up-to-date, accurate information.
Marty, all this technology, GPS, laser, you think I'm qualified?
I hope so. I think that someone like you, and as enthusiastic as you are, you're going to have a good time. Go tear it up, Jack.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting down there in that pit. I'm going to tear it up. All right, we are here with Josh. We're at a skid steer. We're looking at the level best, and it's on a skid steer right now. And we've got a different perspective of this system. So the operator of the machine is actually monitoring this monitor right here, correct?
Yeah, he'll see his lights, whether he needs to make a down correction or a up correction. That's manually, and then once he hits automatics, the auto button, that green grade will flash. Well, it won't flash, but it'll say he's on grade, and the rest takes care of itself through the machine's hydraulic system.
So we've seen the machine with the laser setup on it. Now we're actually at the control point, I guess, for lack of a better term.
That's exactly it.
Now you only need this one particular unit to control your skid steer with the laser technology on there. Now this, you make all of your grade adjustments and everything is done from this one site. What's your setup time for something like this? If you've got all of your coordinates, you know everything, like from the time that you set your coordinates in here to the time you get in your machine and you start to work, about how long?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Not very long.
It's an easy setup time, folks. And now that one unit out there that controls the skid steer, how much area is that going to cover?
That will cover about 1,000 feet. So you'll have a good setting to get it kind of halfway, and you can work up till lunch and then until you have to move it, or you could work the whole day.
And now also, I mean, it was brought up before, I think we should reiterate, this is for your final grade.
Correct.
This is not for your rough grade. This is for your final grade.
Correct. You only have in that lift cylinder, you only have about 8 to 12 inches of travel, so you don't have much. You have the minute corrections as you stated before. So
you're actually going to take the big machine in, do all the heavy work, come in with your skid steer, laser technology, and you're going to have a golf course, you're going to have a tennis course, you're even going to have a beautiful home development. In the back here, we got a D5K. He's got the laser technology on there. So now, as opposed to doing your final grade with your skid steer, what is the purpose, or I should say, what is the advantage of using the lasers doing the rough-in?
Well, this can be used for roughing or for fine grade as well.
Okay.
So and it has its advantages just as well as the level best box.
You could use a machine this big for a final grade.
Yep.
So you don't necessarily have to go to a skid steer. You could do everything with this.
Correct.
You could do your rough grade, and you can go right down to your final grade
Yep.
in one machine.
Correct.
So now this will also, I mean, it looks like a pretty agile machine. It'll
It's
get
very-
into some tight spots.
Very versatile, yeah.
So you don't necessarily need to go to the skid steer. You could do your rough grade, and you can get your final grade, the Cat D5K, with laser technology. Well, you want to know how satellite technology incorporates with a Caterpillar? I got the man here to explain it all, Scott Haynes from Trimble Navigation. Scott, how you doing? This is impressive. I mean, absolutely 21st century technology on a job site. Now, how does the GPS technology work in relationship with a machine?
Yes, what we do, for example, with this instrument here, we have a data collector and a receiver, GPS receiver. We will go out and calibrate the site. That's tying the local coordinates to GPS coordinates with this. There will be a three-dimensional model built of this site on and loaded into this collector, so we can actually go out and determine where the cut fill values are. But that same model then will be loaded onto the machines, and the operator then will see where the cut fill values are on the machine, and at the blade tips, for example, on the dual laser or the dual GPS dozer out there, tell us where the cut fills are wherever they go on the site then. So any complex ponds, roads, any of the contours of the design will be loaded in there, and that will give them his values.
Now, when you set up a site, say to do a parking lot, just to keep it simple,
Sure.
how long does it take for you to actually input your data to the time that the operator can now get in the machine and start to work?
Well, on a parking lot, it could be complex with rim elevation, high points, low points. The model will be created first. That could take up to 6 hours to a day, depending on how complicated it is. And then you would actually go and calibrate the site then at the same time. That could be done by the surveyor or even potentially somebody different at that time.
Okay.
And then it's just a matter, once that's built and verified, it can be loaded onto a data card and put in the machine immediately and be ready to go.
So once all that information is verified and loaded up and it's in the machine, your day-to-day operations until that area is done is all stored in the machine.
That's correct.
Unbelievable technology, folks. We just spoke with Bruce Haynes from Trimble Navigation about the GPS setup on some of the Caterpillar equipment. If you look over my left shoulder, there is a dozer with the GPS satellite units on top of the blade. Inside the cockpit is the control module for the GPS navigation system. Unbelievable, but true. Caterpillar, taking your job site into the future. Well, there you go. Satellite technology, laser technology, making your next job site more efficient. That's Caterpillar, taking your next job site into the future. For all things Caterpillar, sales, service, and inquiries, social media, and videos, go to www.hopen.com. We'll see you right back here next time on HOPen TV.